Hey, it's Mark Lanier with your video thought for the day. All right, do you have a Telecrane TC4500? This little tool is so much fun. If you doubt me at all, ask our grandson, John Henry. It's his. He plays with it and loves it. It is a tool that he uses to do all sorts of things in his make-believe world. I love it because in our real world, we have tools to use to help our lives. Some of those practical things I've talked about this week, as I've urged us to implement something each day of the week special to that day. Hope you can go back and see those. But I got to tell you, on Wednesday of this week, I had a chance to visit with a long time friend of mine. Now, this is a woman who, we were both at the same legal conference and had a chance to sit down and visit and catch up. And this is a woman who doesn't have any particular religious upbringing. She's looked into a number of different religious expressions. She was born Jewish, but no real practicing religion as part of her life until maybe recently. And she watches these video thoughts for the day. She plugs into a number of different things from a number of different places now at this point in her life. And she challenged me. She said, Mark, I would love to better understand how you read the Bible and apply it in your life. And she encouraged me to be outspoken about that, not only in general places, but even in these video thoughts for the day. Perhaps I could plug something like that in. And I thought this is a great thing to add to the checklist, because my checklist already was going to have today, read a passage of Scripture. Just read it. Say, I'm going to read something I wouldn't normally read today. Now, if you're already on a Bible reading program, you've already got stuff to read, then that doesn't count. You got to read something extra. Just read something beyond your daily requirements. Read some passage of Scripture and let God read it prayerfully for God to speak to you through that passage. And then here's what I want to do. Next week, I'm going to take the video thoughts for the day and I'm going to work through the process of how we can read the Bible to better understand God and to better understand life and to better understand how we treat others, to better understand how we treat ourselves. And we can find answers to these and so many other questions in Scripture. You know, the Jewish lawyer and Christian apostle Paul said that all of Scripture has been breathed by God. His breath is in it. It's often translated inspired, but it is, he's breathed. The Greek says it's God breathed. He's breathed into Scripture. And that makes Scripture profitable, not only for teaching others, but for training ourselves, for learning how to live in this world. And so that's what I want to focus on in the next week. But today, you get warmed up with the following instructions. Find a Bible, not just one on the internet. Find a Bible that you can open up with me next week. And when you find one, you may have to go to the store and buy one. You go to Walmart and buy a Bible. You go to a bookstore, they still have those, and buy a Bible. You can buy a Bible in a lot of different places, but get a Bible and get a pen that works, maybe a highlighter. Because what we're going to do is we're going to open up Scripture next week and talk about how we can read Scripture and apply it in our lives. So to do that, get a Bible, get your pens, that's your chore today, and read a passage out of the Bible. Then get ready for next week. Tune into each of these because it's going to be an opportunity to learn more in the Lord. That is your video thought for the day.